Hello everybody, we are back. We're playing against Mr. B and we are going to be on the play. Oh, let's see. This hand is just fine. I mean, we can go get the forest, we can get a bayou and green sun for 0, go get the arbor, possibly play knight or have top up if he wastes us, depending on what he plays. We also have pulse if he decides to be Belcher and go off with goblins, so we're not going to mulligan this. I would get the basic forest, except for we have the confidant and the pulse and no other way to actually play them, so why not? It really does seem like I typically play this card with the intention of ramping with it a lot. And I have to apologize, it's not a ramp spell. Just on turn 1 it is. Alright, so our opponent let that go. So we have 2 fragile lands out in play, 1 fragile creature, and our opponent is probably playing Reanimator. And honestly, I'm willing to bet he's got Exhume. So I'm just going to jam this knight. If you're wondering how I beat a Gristlebrand, that answer is very simple. I put it back in his hand. I was going to say I kill it, but I don't. Nope, he's got a sword, so that is the incorrect call on my part. So we're looking at, let's find out. Double blue, counterbalance. Okay, let's find out if he's got the force of will. Because he can't have the days anymore. Yeah, we're going to play the top this turn, so. Force of will. Counterbalance reveals. Tundra. Force of will. Nope. Alright. So we know kind of what we're playing against, and we kind of have to be able to apply a little bit of pressure, stop him from getting stuff down. There's his third land. We're going to look during our upkeep just because we have the mana to do so. And what are we hoping for? Wasteland wouldn't have been bad. Stoneforge Mystic also not bad. We're not jamming Bob down. I know everybody's probably freaking out like, oh my god, we're not playing Bob. But, yeah, I think we want the Bob. But that's okay. You don't always get what you want. If this makes it into play, we will be shuffling our deck. So we're going to pop this top to get the second Bob. Spell Snare. As expected. And, I actually think it may be better to just give it a moment. Be able to look again, see if there's anything that we want at the end of our turn, and if not, we can drop double Bob into play. Kind of make our opponent wonder what's going on. And there's a Bayou, which I want more than this Jit, but not as much as the Bob. Get rid of that stop. Alright, first Bob. Snapcaster into Spell Snare. Who calls it? Yep, you about done with that yet? Yay. And let's see if he's got Snapcaster into Swords next turn. I know you're going to attack me because your Snapcaster's worth less than my Bob. Oh god. Predicting the future. And guess what? We don't have to look right now. Do I want to look afterwards? Yeah, I'm willing to look afterwards. I mean, we're going to have the mana to be able to play, well, not this one. We're going to need to flip that. But we're going to have the mana to actually be able to play and equip our Jit, so let's get it down there. Spell snare? Counterspell. Ah. Okay. Still means we're getting in for 3. Next turn we get to drop the Batter Skull into play. Should have played this top. But for right now I want to actually look and see. So we're either playing the Miracle deck or Stoneblade. I actually want to just Thoughtseize my opponent here. Click! Little does he know. Let's see what he decides to do. Gonna take the Thoughtseize. I'm assuming... Nope, you left me. Let's find out then. Alright, so we know what my opponent's playing. He's playing the Miracle deck. I guess I should have just figured that out automatically. I mean, he played a Counterbalance. The new Counterbalance list is the Miracle deck. So that's what we're dealing with right now. We know there's a Batter Skull on top, but we lose the ability to play it if we have that problem. Since we're there now, I am going to play the other top. And if I attack, he's going to bounce his guy. Maybe he'll trade. Let's find out. We're just going to keep on swinging. Yeah. Okay, so he was willing to trade straight up. If he Surgical Extracts, I'm going to take the Batter Skull. And he has the Surgical Extraction in hand. Alright. So, yeah, I still want the Batter Skull. Past that, I'm gonna... You know what? That's wrong. Because I'm playing the Batter Skull. Next turn I want to draw the Horizon Canopy. Let's see if we can get him to surgically... Nope. Still didn't extract us. The reason I wanted it like that is because next turn I can play the land and then draw the other land. So, yeah. Granted, I can't play that land that turn, but I can actually pitch it to Diamond. Alright, so here's that. I guess I could look for a better card. That's a much better card. Let's see if we can do this the right way. Surgical Extraction. Nope. I doubt he's playing Force Spike. And I'm actually just going to start us discarding. And the reason being, he's got to get all types of different lands and things in play. And if I can get Liliana up to 6, I can wipe out most of his board. His Terminus, one of them is in the yard. I need him to not get the other one or an Entreat, really. And if he does, which I don't think that was the right call on his part, but hey, can't be mad at everyone. Yeah, we had a while. Definitely would have loved that shuffle effect. We need a pulse in order to deal with Entreat. Alright, so at least this time we know that against this time we're playing against Miracle Whip, and we know that we will need the pulse. The extractions. Their deck doesn't run as many win conditions as you might think. Thalia, which he'll be expecting. Gaddock Teague, which he'll be expecting. he'll be bringing in removal and things like that. There are so many cards that just look amazing here. Like, these guys don't look good. I'm fighting against click angels. I mean, billions and billions of angels. And the swords don't seem as good. Like, I even want that other Thoughtseize over there and the Liliana. But that's just too much to have to bring in. That being said, Jit's not going to be very good. I can drop a Stoneforge because of it. That leaves us with 3 more cards to take out. Like, I would take these out, and you know what? I can afford to take these out. His deck is much slower. I shouldn't need the fixing. Yeah. And I'm bringing in the deed, so I guess that all works against it. Let's go ahead and see how this looks. It looks fine to me. Like, we need this. Don't so much need this. I guess he does have Snapcasters, and that allows us to kind of stop stuff or head it off at the pass, so to speak. But I think that this other Thoughtseize would be better off than this Ooze. So, yeah. Let's see. We put in 10 cards? Yeah, 10 cards. And there's still a card in the board that I want in the main. Oh, sometimes. Alright, and let's give it a shot.